Welcome back. In the previous part, we did a few quests here and there, had a bit of fun with Nightheart here and his soul that he loves so dearly. Not as much as a certain someone over in the commander's room. But at the end of the previous part, we actually got a phone call from Toa, and she seemed very excited for some reason. So let's return to the Courageous and see what she wants. They returned to the Courageous, and were immediately called to the bridge by Toa. Together, they all hurried there to see what exactly she wanted to say. We're here? We're back! Welcome back, guys. Why, hello there. You couldn't have timed that better. What's this screen doing out? Well, we got a call through earlier from a really unexpected source. She said she'd call back around this time, so the screen's all ready. I see. So this is what you called us back for? Who is it, though? The call's coming through.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Angelica?
You're okay!
Yay.
Well, hi there, my beloved kitty cats. How are you guys doing? I haven't seen you since the festival.
It really is you! Oh, thank goodness!
Seriously, we've been worried about you.
Yep, as you can see, I'm hanging in there. Sorry for not being able to get in touch sooner. I'm sure you must have been worried, but this was my first chance. It's a pleasure to see you again too, Your Highness. And looking good, Instructor.
I'm delighted to see you're well, Angelica.
Nice to see all this stuff that's been going on hasn't changed you a bit.
You don't know how happy it makes me to see you safe, Angie. We couldn't contact you after you went back to Roer, so I was getting worried.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. There were a few little family matters keeping me busy, you see.
I can only imagine.
I'm sure it's real fun being from one of the 4 great houses these days.
Indeed, especially when her father is one of the most important figures in the Alliance, much like my own. How are things in the Ragnar family at the moment, incidentally?
Oh, you know. Speaking of our families, I heard you ran away from home, Eustace. You've got some serious balls. But yeah, things aren't exactly great between me and my old man either. With the way things are going, we're gonna have a real father-daughter squabble in our hands soon.
That doesn't sound good.
Are you going to be all right?
Oh, I'll be fine. I've got my own supporters, I'll have you know. Anyway, part of the reason I called was to pass on a message to Elisa. It's about your mother's whereabouts.
You know where she is?
Please tell me! How is she? Is she all right?
She's fine, but she's been in prison somewhere that's a real pain to get to. I'm still trying to figure out how to get her out of there. You just leave that to me, okay? Everything's gonna be okay, and...
Oh no. Sounds like gunfire.
Damn it. That didn't take Father long. Sounds like he's found me already.
Angelica?
Sorry, I'm gonna have to go. I'll contact you again as soon as I can. I'm happy I could hear your voices again. And don't worry about things here. I'll be fine.
Angie!
Angie, wait! That didn't sound good.
Well, it's obvious what we've got to do.
I hope she hasn't gotten herself involved in something dangerous.
It's Angie.
She did say she had supporters, but it still sounds like she's in a pretty precarious situation.
I hope she's going to be all right. She said Mother's been in prison somewhere too.
I can't pretend not to be concerned. Yeah, she did say not to worry, but...
Hard to think that way after hearing what we just did.
Are you guys going to help her?
Thanks, guys.
Then that makes our next destination the Nortia province. You guys are sure about this?
Absolutely. She might have been forced to withdraw, but as far as I'm concerned, she'll always be a part of Thor's. Both she and Elisa's mother might need our help. How could we turn a blind eye to that?
Thank you.
I don't know how much we'll be able to do for them, but we're not going to find the answer by standing here. So let's make our way to Roer.
They agreed to sneak into Roer to try and find out what was happening to Angelica and Chairman Arena. With the city being the stronghold of Marquis Ragnar, however, they were well aware doing so wasn't going to be easy. The one thing they could do for certain was take proper precautions and brace themselves for the dangers ahead. To advance the main story, speak to Toa in the captain's chair and select commence operation. Doing so will cause any unfinished quest to disappear. Which means... report.
Hey there, Rean. All right, let me hear your report. Marvelous. You've ranked up. This is just a little something from me.
Oh my God.
I knew I could count on you. Well, I'll be looking forward to your next report.
Do you realize what you just handed to me? Do you realize what you just made me a god? Like, oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Like domination plus Taurus? Oh dear God. Alright. We're gonna destroy everything in our path. It was great to hear Angie's voice again, but now I'm worried about her for an entirely different reason. Sounds like she's in real trouble back home. Just leave her to us. We'll find her and bring her safely to the Courageous. I think we're the only ones who can, to be honest. Not that I'd like to force that task on anyone else. Thank you, Rean. Even I can't do much. If you need any backup, I'm the girl to call. Commence operation. Roer is the capital of the Norcia province, and one of the Alliance's greatest strongholds. Make absolutely sure you're ready for anything before we go. Choosing to commence operation will cause the main story to advance, and Elisa will become a mandatory party member. She is anyway for me at the moment. Doing so will cause any unfinished quest to disappear. Commence operation. Don't worry, we're ready. We can begin at any time. Right, we'll gather everyone in the conference room. Then, I'll explain exactly what we're going to be doing. Once all of Class 7 had gathered together, they were given a briefing on the operation that would take place. However, during their discussion, one point became abundantly clear. Flying the Courageous close to Roer would be far too dangerous. Unsure as how to proceed, they opted to consult someone more familiar with the region. It's a new day, everyone. Infiltration. At Roer. That guy must be like, oh, my friends left.
It sounds like you'll have no trouble getting into the Norcia province, at least.
I don't think so. The problem is getting into Roer City itself, or even close to it.
We can't exactly just take an airship through the airport like we're on some pleasure cruise.
And approaching the city along any of the highways is a surefire way to get arrested.
Not that there are any good places nearby to land the Courageous in the first place.
And that's why we're calling you, Gwen. You wouldn't know of any other ways for us to get Mir, would you?
You came to the right person. I happen to know the perfect way.
You do?
You know that Spina By road to the west? There's this little stream that runs along it. I used to fish in it all the time back in my younger days, I'll have you know. As it so happens, you could trace its source all the way back to the mountains of Ymir.
Hold on. So you're saying we should sail down from Ymir to Roer?
Exactly. It won't be the smoothest ride you've ever taken, what with the rapids and all, so you'll need to be careful. But I'd still say that taking that is your best bet for sneaking as close to the city as you can.
It sounds promising, at the very least.
I like it! It's just like being in a spy novel!
And you would know a thing or two about spies, wouldn't you?
Should we make our way to Ymir then?
Let's decide who's actually going first. We can only get so many people on a boat. Thank you so much for your help, Grandfather.
Oh, think nothing of it. What kind of man would I be if I didn't help my adorable granddaughter in her hour of need? And I never want to pass up a chance to put my less than adorable daughter in my debt.
Oh my. Don't mince words, do you?
Sounds like my #1 protege is in a bind too. I can't very well have anything happen to our wanton womanizer.
We'll help Angelica however we can. Take care, all right?
We'd go with you if we could. Unfortunately, someone's got to stay and look after the courageous. And then there's the whole boat issue on top of that.
Please, do what you can for Angie, for me, for George, and for Crow.
We will.
Damn right we will. I like the boat plan though, that's cool. I think we're gonna have to go with Laura. Because dear God, we just unlocked godhood for her is the best way of putting it. Who would be best to bring, considering, we're gonna be running into here, it's like, I honestly feel like Sarah might be a good idea. And if we're gonna be running into Angie, it's like, taking more women would be appropriate. It's that sort of thing, and like, I'd probably drop you, to be honest. Yeah, let's drop Eustace, even though I do like his noble command. It's like, I'm thinking story-wise, having those two there. But again, I'd want Sarah as well. I feel that might be a better idea in terms of the story of Angie is the best way of putting it. I just feel like it's that sort of thing like, I don't know. We shall see. Confirm. It's a hell of a ride. It's like, whoa, rapids! The group chose to infiltrate Roer, and then headed to the mountains of Ymir. There, they boarded a boat and made their way down the stream towards the city. Missed opportunity to have a minigame at that point. Same day, 11 AM. It's like you could basically have the mechanics of the snowboarding game, just make it water. Like, they got the mechanics in the game, really. So it would be awesome. Now, you don't need to have anything like any repercussions for not going down correctly, just do it because of the funsies. Well, so far so good. We've made it this far without being spotted. Looks like the provincial army doesn't have much of a presence on this side of the city. Well, it's not like they have to worry about getting attacked from this side. We should still exercise caution, though. Yes, he needs his exercise. Yeah, be on your guard. Now we need a strategy for infiltrating the city itself. Let's make our way toward Roer for now. We should end up on the highway if we follow this path. Alright. Okay, so what we got around? There should be a few chests. Should be some trial chests, but I'm going to leave them for now. In terms of everything. Like, in terms of, like, checking them for quotes and stuff like that, because it's that case of... I think, like, this one, I think here... It's like, we'll have a look anyway, screw it. It's like... Yeah, at least in Emirates. It's like, I gotta leave that one, because it's like, well, I want the quote, don't I? So... Gotta be very, 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 very careful. Sure, I had detection on somewhere at some point.
Careful, everyone!
Need to see about getting my
Now's our chance.
trophy points back up, though, because if we're going to have any fights and stuff, it would be a good idea to have them.
Let's move.
I can do.
Like, just think how much damage Laura did then, with just one easy slash.
Here's our chance!
Gotcha! No problem.
It's the sort of thing you're going to have a crit right now, which is going to be that's worrying. Is there any, like, delay or anything?
Now's our chance. I'll back you up.
Well, that was lovely.
You still have a lot of training to do.
Suppose I do. I should have maybe taken that a bit more seriously. Something along those lines. There's a chest.
That one looks nasty. Try to be careful, everyone.
I know there's 2 chests around. Oh.
Oh, look! There's a treasure chest.
Found detection on anyone? That's the thing. I need to sort maybe your stuff. Do I have detection around? Or did I leave that on someone and now it's stuck on them? Oh, that's gonna be the let's I'm not gonna be actually using you, and you're just here for story, so we'll just go physical as a general thing there.
Stay on guard, everyone. That's no ordinary foe.
I'm gonna have to look out for maps and stuff for chests to make sure I get everything then.
We need to regroup.
I mean, that's just my fault. Let's go Galactic Cannon.
Come on, Lammy! Transform! Setting target. Galactic cannon, fire! We rule! Yeah, you didn't stand a chance!
They really didn't, did they? They really didn't.
Huh? Thank good.
And good. I don't think there's any other
That one looks
chests.
nasty. Try to.
Hmm? Who are you kids? Well, see, we're travelers. We walked here from Ymir to visit. Came that far on foot? You guys do know there's a war going on, right? I wouldn't recommend just wandering the highways and byways. You know, you look kind of familiar. I do? Yeah, feels like I've seen you somewhere before. Can't put my finger on where, though. Actually, now that I get a bit of a look, you're not the only one I feel like I've seen before. Emma, help us out. Uh-oh. Danger, danger, abort, abort! Yikes, I think we made a little boo-boo here. What should we do? Suppose I'll just have to lean on the same trick again. The less frequent we have to use it, the better. But it sure beats getting caught here. You sure you're not just imagining things? Kids these days all look the same. Can hardly tell one of them from the next. You're racking your brain over it now, but later you'll realize they just look like some faces you saw in a bar. You think? Besides, we're here on watch for signs of the Imperial Army, not teen tour groups. How much trouble can they really cause? I doubt most of this lot would even make the cut for the Imperial Army. Huh, yeah, I guess you're right. Alright then, you guys are clear to head on through. You can go about your business, but I better not catch wind of you causing any trouble, you hear? Yes, sir. You won't find us causing trouble, sir. If you'll excuse us. Wabadum. The industrial metropolis. Bum bum bum. It's really been a while since the last time we were here. But how did we get in so easily? Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. One of them clearly suspected us of something, so it strikes me as fishy that he didn't even check his wanted list. Imagine the other soldiers' intervention saved us all. I'm glad I didn't have to use witchcraft again, at least. Don't think it was a trap, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Oh hey, maybe we're just lucky and can just forget it ever happened. That's going to bug me, but at least we're in. Time to gather some information. Like, Rean is just picking the game apart. It's just terrible. Nitpicking, Rean. That's right. We need to find out where Mother and Angelica are. He just doesn't trust Falcom's right, and he just doesn't. Right, so let's begin the rounds as we do our investigation. We've got several red exclamations around, so... The door is locked. One of your friends works here, right, Elisa? Yeah, they must be closed today, though. I was hoping we'd be able to get some information from Una and Devanche. But I guess we're out of luck. Indeed we are. How goes the hide and seek? Where'd you go, Toddy? I can't find him anywhere. Oh, yeah, are they actually still carrying on to hide and seek? I assume so. Boom-dum-dum. This is a key military factory. I will not stand idly by, you will, while you filthy commoners defile it with your presence. Last time we were here, this is an Imperial Army factory. The Provincial Army must have taken it over and told the workers to start making weapons for them instead. Better do what he says and stay away. Also, mate, I'm a noble. Just thought you'd want to know. Dum, dum, dum. What we got in here? Hello? Haven't seen my husband for a long time now, dead. They won't let him come home from the mine, he's dead. I'm worried sick about him. Wish he could at least come home for a night to see us again, dead. My husband works over at the mine, but he hasn't been home for quite a while now. I'm so worried. Why won't they let him come home? Because he's dead. I'll be upset if that's actually the case now. It's like, oh, please no. Oh, look what the cat dragged in. Figured it was about time for you guys to come sweeping in. Nice work making your way into the city. Good to see you, jackass. I'm guessing you've been in contact with my grandfather. Sure have. Don't know how much I can do for you on short notice like this, but I can answer any sort of questions you've got. That'd be a real help. To start with, is there anything major happening in Roer today that we should know about? Let me think. Old Schmidt returning to the Institute probably counts, I guess. Best I can tell, he's helping out the Alliance, been doing it for a while too. Heard he worked on developing the Soldates and a whole bunch of other weapons. Really? That's grandfather's impression too. I don't want to believe it, but it seems more and more like it might be true. It's always been a pain in the ass. So honestly, I don't have much trouble believing it. Sounds just like him. That's about all I've got on that front, but Rean asked me to look into it, so I ain't done investigating. Just watch your back and make sure you don't catch the eye of any of those soldiers around, yeah? I don't know how much help it'll do you kids, but the shop's staying open. Come by if there's anything you need. Just watch your back in town, got it? It's like, what can we get here? Not much, really. I do have my adamantine shield R these days, which would be very beneficial to us. It's like we do have immunities now. It's like I'm covering all my bases at this point in terms of buffs, etc. Everyone in our factories stuck making some really weird weapons all of a sudden. It's the worst. I can barely drag myself into work anymore. Wish someone would give my old job back. Everyone in our factory is stuck making some really weird weapons all of a sudden. The worst. Yep, I'll jump back. Hey, at least you're still working a production line. We've been moved to the warehouses. If we're not cleaning, we're checking the stuff you guys made. It's awful, just awful. Ugh. Same again. Dun dun dun. Shugo. Let me apologize in advance, but I'm afraid we're short on ordnance right now. All of the city's factories are currently tied up manufacturing weapons and other wartime instruments for the military. As a store run by the Rhinefoot Company itself, it pains me to find myself in this situation. But there's not much I can do. You'll be glad to take a look at your Arcus units, however. Some of the Provincial Army soldiers are using them now, too. Afraid we're currently suffering from a shortage of horrible products. I couldn't tell you when we'll get more in either. Could be never, as long as the current acting chairman is in my apologies, just to get you heard that. But we're still open for your Arcus maintenance needs, if that would help. It might. I'm terribly sorry, but we're really short on stock at the moment. I appreciate your position, but I couldn't possibly lower our prices any further than I already have. The main branch of our company in Heimdall is suffering severe shortages of stock as well. That's what led Hugo to start traveling the country in search of new stock to purchase. It's a difficult time for all of us, but I'm sure Hugo will come through. He's truly a brilliant negotiator. By the by, my name is Bills. I serve as Hugo's personal secretary. Perhaps we shall meet again. Perhaps. Oh, never expected that I'd bump into all of you around here. Hugo? It's great to see you again. Rosine and Becky told us that you'd disappeared. So they're both doing well then. Good. In fact, why don't you give me the rundown on what you've been up to all this time? You got me curious now. Everyone gave Hugo a rough outline of all they'd been up to since the war broke out. So Becky's on the Courageous now, is she? Ah, of course she is. I can hardly think of a more Becky move. But you're here on business. His company's one of the RF store's biggest clients. That doesn't really surprise me. That's right. It was backbreakingly difficult, but once I helped Becky escape, I made it back home to Heimdall. For all of its issues, it's still probably the safest place in the country. Always calmest in the eye of the storm, you know? Relatives of known reformists and Class 7 members are a notable exception, but I can see it being a safe place for most. Heading over there on your own is pretty bold, though. You're tougher than you look. Bear in mind, the city's not without its problems. The flow of information is under tighter lockdown than anywhere else. Ordinary citizens can't even approach the palace by foot or by vehicle. And, no one knows where the Imperial family is. Or what's going on within the Alliance, for that matter. Nobody's got any idea what they intend to do next. Figures. Then you haven't heard anything about where Angelica or my mother could be? Afraid not. I've taken a few business trips to Roer since the war started, but I haven't heard a peep about them. It's not like I can stroll into Rival Corporate's HQ and start asking questions either. Sorry, I can't be of more help. Don't be. You've given us plenty of useful information as it is. Just be careful if you keep up all this city hopping, okay? Right back at you. And give my regards to Becky if you wouldn't mind. Aww. Can't do anything that might draw attention, but I'll try to find out anything that could help you. Kleist & Co. has a web of connections that spans across Erebonia, so I might be able to get something out of them. Just try not to get caught before I do that. I mean, I'll try. I should really check to see if you've got anything in your shop that I could, like a master quartz or something like that. It's like, yeah, I doubt I would be able to. You did say you were short on stock, that sort of thing, so. Dum dum. Just a single wolf. The chairman went missing as soon as the war began. Her disappearance changed everything around here too. I suppose I should be grateful that this city isn't a battlefield right now. Saddens me to see what the city has become. How can the Alliance live with themselves? Dum dum dum. More than half of the factories in the city have been temporarily closed. Mine among them. Completely out of work right now. Business was booming and the city was happy a year ago. Where did it all go? Are we supposed to live our lives with things the way they are? Roer's in a miserable state these days. So depressing that I don't even have the energy to complain anymore. All I can do is sigh. The Noble Alliance is nothing but a bunch of damn cowards, causing a war, working hand in hand with terrorists. How'd they even sleep at night? Can't exactly go around speaking my mind in public, but at least it sounds like Lady Angelica agrees with me. You go, Lady Angelica. Give them hell. Lady Angelica might not behave like the daughter of a noble, but like the Alliance, she knows right from wrong. I hope she really shakes things up. Indeed. Everything's peaceful here in Roer. Why? Because we're in charge of keeping it that way, of course. Within all the peace and prosperity, there are still some unsettling omens, however. You can see a big fight in our near future. That's nothing for you commoners to be concerned about. Again, mate, noble. I'm a noble. come on into Erebonia's for delicious products at low, low prices. We've actually got a new girl working here too. She needed our help, so Grandma decided to take her in. She might not show it, but Grandma's really taken a liking to her. She does tend to get our names mixed up a lot though. Why? I don't think there's anybody around that I can think of that's similar to the name Linda. The way she talks to people might suggest otherwise, but my grandmother is a very kind person. He's really taken a shine to the new girl working here too. I bet she has. Nothing out of the ordinary to report on the lower level of the city. An armored car makes patrolling so much less stressful. If only we could use them all of the time. Seriously, driving these things around the city? Unbelievable. I don't know why I spoke to you again. This highway leads to the Schwarzdrache barrier. No one gets through without a permit. We're at war here, you commoners need to keep that in mind. I'm a noble, mate, I'll go where I want. This way leads to the North Shore Highway, which connects to the city of the Schwarzdrache barrier. That's right, we better not go any farther for now, in that case. Oh, fine. I see how it is. Dear oh dear. I can hardly bear with all the long faces around here these days. Nobody's got time to be down in the dumps with all these higher taxes to pay. Need to work, work, work. Gotta work if you want to eat. And that's what I plan on doing. Linda, no canned foods on that shelf. Damn it, not Linda. Linda! Did you hear me, Linda? Yes, ma'am, I'm sorry, I'll sort it out right away. I swear, what are the odds of hiring two workers with such similar names? Still, if she's staying here, she's got to earn her keep. In my house, that means lots and lots of hard work. Oh my. We'll get both of them. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Linda! Rean? Huh? Linda? Linda! The airship! I'm happy to see you all well. What brings you to Roer? That's a long story. Got a few minutes to spare? They gave Linda a basic rundown of everything that happened and told her what they were doing in Roer. So Vivi's okay. Oh, thank goodness. Yep, she's our observer on the Courageous right now. How wonderful. We're always happy to deliver good news. I'm sure Vivi will be thrilled to know that we found you as well. Well, more so than usual, I mean. So you've been working here part-time? That's right, I escaped the academy with a small group of people. After a while, we ended up in Roer. Although, to be honest, I've been going a little stir-crazy wanting to go out and search for Vivi. Been so worried. Couldn't muster up the courage to leave town and go wandering through a war-torn country on my own, though. Yeah, not a great strategy, that one. You made the right call, as painful as it might have been. By the way, you wouldn't happen to have heard anything about Angelica and Rena Reinfeld's whereabouts, would you? Sorry, I haven't. If you're looking for the light, I know the whereabouts of the light. I wish I could be a little more helpful. Oh no, please, don't worry about it. We still have an investigation to do. Something's going on here, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. Just keep doing what you're doing and leave that to us. If you insist, be careful. If there's anything I can do to help, just come and find me. I won't be going anywhere. We will. Thanks. Thank Adios, Vivi's alright. Anyway, please take care of yourselves. If there's anything I can do to help, just come find me. I won't be going anywhere. Cool. Right, so let's actually end this part here then. In the next part, we shall carry on doing the rounds and sort of like trying to investigate what's going on here in Roer. So we'll see you in the next part. Ta-da for now.